Round 3, Alvering, this brand new movie, it is on Netflix. It's called The Sand Castle. And this movie, it is from, like the description said, it's from Lebanese. So that's very interesting. Like this movie, it is in Arabic. And in this movie, we see like 4 people of this family, like the mom, dad, daughter, and the son. They are stuck in this kind of lighthouse there in this island. And we see they're trying to survive everyday life. But this movie starts with, we don't know how they got to that island or anything, but every day looked like this movie, they're running out of food and water, and they're waiting there in that, like the island to be rescued by people. Like they're listening to the radio, and they have this lighthouse. They're signaling light to the people to rescue them, and they're just stuck in that island. Okay, so this movie really starts with very basic survival story about this family, and I had no idea what was this movie was about. So this movie first act is also really start very vaguely. So as the audience, you don't know what is going on, but you do have some question like, whoa, where they're getting water, or where they're getting this little amount of food, how they're still walking around in the island with so much strength in their body, because in the survival movie, if you don't eat, you don't have a strength. So I was thinking that throughout the movie. I was like, how these people are still like they don't look like they're that much worried. But end of this movie, I understand why. So overall, this movie, it is very really heartbreaking about survival. And so I'm not gonna talk a lot about the ending because it will ruin the movie if you have not seen it. Spoiler. So I'll talk about the ending at the end, so I don't want to spoil the review. So I feel like overall this movie's strength is all the acting is really good. I thought all the performances are good. The mom was really very good character. The brother was teenager, and his character was like kind of like a cranky beginning of this movie. Again, when you go to the end, you understand why these characters are acting the way they are acting in this movie. So, wow, this movie was really very shocking at the end. Again, I didn't know what was it about, so I was really pleasantly surprised. So this movie, while the first act is a little bit like, I'll say it's kind of like a slowly start the story, but once we go to the middle and the third act, this movie is very engaging. Honestly, you are really wondering how they're gonna get out of that island and what they're gonna do. So this movie definitely is very engaging. However, after it ended, I was thinking a lot of questions in my mind, like, wow, like this movie doesn't explain to you like how did they get there, or like what happened to some of the characters, or like what is happening with the characters. I guess end of this movie I was thinking, so it did leave some of the question unanswered. I think this movie ends is vaguely for you to like interpret your own version. Like you can like think whatever you want about them. So that is very interesting. So overall, did I like this movie? I actually really liked this movie. I thought, as I was saying, although it was a bit boring at the beginning, but toward the movie, I was really edge of my seat. I was like, whoa, what is going on? Why these things are happening? Like how, like, so this movie was really very interesting movie, honestly. Overall, it was very good watch for me, I must say. However, some people will find this movie to be very boring, and it's not for everyone. If you like this kind of movie, you will like this. If you don't like this kind of vaguely ended or vaguely described characters, you will not like this. But once you go to the end of this movie, I think as a audience, you do understand like why this was happening like this. So I thought overall this was very interesting movie, and especially this movie just centers around 4 characters. Although all the characters are like, they don't like spend a lot of time. So again, because you are watching this movie, point from the spoiler about the movie. So I'll be talking about spoiler, I guess. So spoiler warning if you've not seen it. So this movie, it is like, whoa. you know, like this movie was from this little girl, you know, she was just imagining about everything in that island is in her imagination. So it explained why the brother was acting that way, why the mom was so loving toward her and the dad was okay. You know, that's how kids, they imagine in their head. And that is what this movie was showing you. So wow, it was really shocking ending, same time beyond heartbreaking. But this movie really doesn't explain that much about, you know, why she was there or what happened to the parents or anything like that. So that is a little bit, I guess, that really ended very vaguely. That is what I was trying to say. But regardless of the ending, watching this movie, it was very intense and interesting, honestly. While it is boring at the beginning, but honestly, as it went on, this movie was quite interesting. And these people, you know, they did face some difficulties to survive. And at the end, I was like, wow, this is very interesting movie I saw today. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? It is not a happy movie, I guess. Still, end of the day, it is a very sad movie, I guess. So not everybody will like this, but still very interesting. Let me know in the comment if you enjoyed by this review. Don't watch other reviews on other movies. If you enjoy this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.